I've seen some of the character creation through a time-lapse video we've done in the past, but we really haven't focused on what available options are in character creation. So we're going to look at that right now. The first thing you have is the name field. So we're going to give this guy a name here. Start with the first name. You can do that, or you can also put a space into a first and last name. It's going to verify the names, make sure they're okay. We can choose the gender of the character. We'll swap over to the female character real quick and swap back to the male character so you can change those on the fly. We have the voice options here. These are kind of the default voice options you'll hear in the game. So you had available options here to choose from. We're going to leave that alone. Next up are the faction options. You have the option of starting off as O1 or FPR. There is a third faction that we refer to as Rogue. These are it's a faction option that's available to nations. Once you create a nation, or if you're part of a nation that is a rogue nation, you technically are then aligned as a rogue. This allows the rogue nation to form alliances with both O1 or FPR and also against O1 or FPR or both, and also allows them to align how they want with other nations as well. We're going to leave that as an option here with O1, so we'll go ahead and hit next. This will move us to the shape options along with the skin color tone options here. You can see by adjusting the slider we can adjust the color that you're going to have on the skin. We'll leave that right here, then move on to the randomize options for the body and shape. So you can adjust the sliders by randomizing them here by clicking on this button. You can see that the available options are there are kind of changing. We'll go and reset them back to that. You can then adjust them manually if you wanted to, kind of a fatter, thin, a little taller, short as well. You can mix these together so you can have a little bit of both. A few sliders here. They'll adjust kind of on the fly as you move them around, so you can't be all the way to the right, but you can mix and match a few of these together. So we'll go ahead and move on, hit next. It's going to move us to the feature options that are available for the character. This is the feature option we're going to be looking at here is focusing on the face. We can do some kind of face morphing with the sliders here. We're going to look though as the buttons by clicking on the button minor. We're doing some minor modifications to the face. By clicking on moderate, we're doing some more moderate adjustments, and major, you can see that we have a lot more facial morphs going on that are kind of major and adjustments to the face. We'll go and reset that and go to advanced side of it to see some more options. So we have individual sliders available here. So if you want to do some more facial adjustments, kind of heavy or light on the face lift here. So we'll go ahead and kind of thin the guy down face-wise. So we got wide, thin, so you can see that his face is thinning down a little bit as well. We'll go down to the cheekbones. If you want to protrude or kind of push those in, you can do that as well. The chin, you can raise and tall and short it, make it wider or thinner. So a lot of these options are done on the fly. You can see some kind of minor adjustments as you're doing these. This gives you a lot of greater control over the character and the facial look of the character. Moving further down, we have some other options. Right now we only have one head option or one kind of skin option for the head or the face. We'll be adding those more as we go along. The male character only has one, the female character has a few. The hair options, we do have a few available to show here. So we have a list of different styles. So we can go like long 6 style here and adjust the color. So you can see as we adjust this that the color is changing. We can also move the camera a little bit, zoom in if you want to see a little better adjustments of what's going on. And change these to different styles. So we have dreadlocks, of course back to bald if you want to, more of the short style, different hair colors again. So we're going to leave this guy with his hairstyle and we're going to move forward. This is going to bring you to the outfit adjustments for your character. This is going to be adjusting pretty much the armor setup for your character. We're going to push him back out a little bit more so you can see what's going on, just the camera. What you have options here are from head, torso, arms, leg, and feet. With equipment in the game, or the armor in the game, we have what we call shells. Shells are a graphical representation of pretty much armor and have the base stats, which can be modified using what we refer to as fittings, which is kind of a modular socket style system to modify the attributes or stats on the armor so you can keep the kind of same look that you like, but adjust the armor however you see fit using the fittings. So the first option you have is going to be for the head for different kind of helmets. So we're going to look at this helmet here. You can see as you can choose some more helmets. We'll have a variety of different helmets. There's a few to choose from right now, but we'll go ahead and stick with the tactical helmet. Moving on to the torso, we have a few things here such as tactical vest. You can see the body changes, assault vest, which is kind of a heavier style armor. You also see some color palette options, so we can choose and change these. You can see the color on the body is changing a little bit here. So we'll go ahead and stick with kind of a reddish hue there. Then we'll move on to the next color palette, which is going to adjust the other part of the frame. So we're going to make that kind of a darker black color style frame there. Moving on to arms, we had a few also here. You can see that these will swap out as well. We'll go ahead and set up the rest of the assault pants, set up here the heavy style armor. You can adjust the color palette on this one as well. So we'll kind of go to the red and the black again. Then moving on down to the feet, you can see that we have a variety of options down at the bottom as well for the feet. So you can see those changing as we go in. We'll go ahead and stick with some composite style boots for now. Once we're finished here, we're going to hit next, which will move us out of the character creation into the tutorial for the O1 side.